What's up, you guys? Namakan here, bringing you my perspective on entertaining brain us. And today we will be talking about Planet Zero, the seventh studio album by Shinedown. Released on July 1st of this year, it charted pretty high in the Billboard 200, debuting at number 5. And critically, it's receiving mixed reactions, leaning slightly more towards positive. I love Shinedown. They're one of my favorite bands. So I was excited when they announced a new album, and it was going to be another concept album similar to Threat to Survival and Attention Attention, their two previous albums. I usually go track by track for album reviews, but since this album has 20 tracks, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to talk about a lot of the highlights on Planet Zero, good and bad. So, according to Brent Smith, the lead singer of Shinedown, Planet Zero is a concept album where the protagonist is on a dystopian planet where you are required to do as you're told. The sound of the album is described to be much more stripped down compared to their previous records. Brent Smith also said that it will be controversial and it will touch on subjects the band has shielded away from the past. Well, Brent was in line when he said that, when he said the album would be more stripped down, because on one half, you have the alternative metal tracks you expect from the band, while on the other side, you have the more acoustic driven tracks. While I appreciate them in going for a different sound direction, I don't feel like it worked. Songs like Dysfunctional You and Hope is where I feel like going on a more strict down sound actually worked. But then you have songs like Symptom of Being a Human, which is Dysfunctional You again, but taking everything that was good about that track, and Daylight, a Christian sounding track that I just cannot get into. The the alternative metal tracks, I say they mostly delivered. Mostly Tonight, the title track, The Saints of Violence and Innuendo, and Army of the Appreciated are bangers. With my favorite of the bunch being America Burning, which tackles on protests that was going around throughout the 2020 through and 2022. I love this song. The production, the instrumentals, Brent Smith's vocals, the lyrics especially. What they there was a verse where they were blatantly talking shit about critical race theory, which is always based. That said, this album does have major flaws. Songs like Dead Don't Die is insultingly generic. Usually generic new metal riffs that I thought were beneath the band. What you wanted is an a cappella track, and I feel that is such a lame way to end that album. Brent Smith, I thought, did not sound good at all, the track. I feel it was the production that really hindered his performance. However, there is one song that I hate more than anything on Planet Zero. That song is called Short is Fun. This song is what happens when a band decides to sell out and decides to go for a mainstream sound and failing at it. Now, I don't mind Shinedown going for a different sound. In fact, I actually encourage them to do it as long as it sounds good. Here's the problem. It sounds like ass. It sounds so bad. Brent Smith sounds overproduced as fuck. The production is trash. Lyrics are trash, and there's a and it's literally the worst thing the band has ever made. It's so bad. It is yeah, it is. It's the worst thing the band has ever made. And there is one major flaw that really hindered this album's quality, and that is the interludes. A couple of a couple of the interludes I don't mind, but a lot of them they sounded terrible. I think the album was produced by Eric Bass. I think he was the yeah, he was the bass player of the album. He also produced the album. I don't know why he thought the interludes were a good idea. They sounded so bad. But overall, uh, I love Shine Now, but like this is the worst album to date. There are trust me, there are a lot of good songs on this album, but like there's way more bad than good. I'll say that much. This album has the interludes are bad. A lot of the songs are pretty. A lot of the songs are also bad, and yeah, this album. I think the main problem is with this album is it is bloated as fuck. I don't think I don't think it works. This is the third time Shinedown has done a concept album, and I feel like it's gone over their head. I feel like they need to stop at this point. Yeah, I think this album for me gets a 1.5 or 2.5, 2 out of 5 stars. Trust me, there was a lot of good stuff, but there's good stuff, but like the bad outweighs the good. Overall, for those that have heard Planet Zero by Shinedown, do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and make sure you follow my Instagram, join my Discord, and make sure you follow my Letterboxd and backlog down in the description down below. If you're interested in listening to the album, I'll link to you in also in the description. This is Namicon, and I'll see you next time.